4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's see. Oh. All right. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Okay, there I am. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So behind the scenes as Baxter changes the camera angle. This is what I go through for you guys. And thanks, Tara, for this awesome stool. All right. Okay. Is that better? Okay. All right. Okay. I think we're going to have to fix a lot of this stuff once we get going here because looks like we're kind of screwed. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so Anne, talk a little bit. Let's see if we can hear you.
Hey, I'm here. Hopefully y'all can hear me.
Okay, I think they can.
Ooh, psychedelic.
All right, if you guys can hear her, that would be awesome. Yeah, well, okay, this is going to be
love
kind
this
of a
screensaver.
cluster up here. Oh, right, I'm supposed to turn this one towards you. Okay, all right, so we've got Anne mic'd up.
Yeah.
And, wow, just keep noticing
Walking and
things
talking.
that are just wrong.
Hooping and talking. I'm so excited. Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Sound is good. Can hear Anne. and super clear. Okay, cool. She's got a mic on. So what we're going to try to do tonight is, so I just, Tara we didn't have a head mic for Tara. She never wanted to wear one. But Anne, used to teach, and so she's comfortable wearing one.
I still teach.
And yeah, Anne still teaches, but like she's used to wearing a head mic, and so it's not as distracting for her. So, and plus she owns it. So we've got her mic'd up tonight. There might be a little bit of an issue where we're going to try to remember to mute, and just remember to mute your mic during the songs, or we'll get an echo. If you guys hear an echo, that's Anne's microphone, and comment, and we'll fix it immediately.
Yell at me.
Okay. Oh gosh, I don't really know. Oh, personal news. I finished the couch.
Yes.
After
And it
however
looks so
long this
good.
has
I wish y'all could
been,
see
I
it.
have finally finished the fall asleep couch, and it works great.
These look really good.
I still need to put a finish on it, but I'm done, and I'll show you guys pictures and stuff like that.
Y'all are going to want one.
Oh,
So
hey,
I'm just saying.
Danielle.
Very, very nice looking couch. And very, very comfortable, insanely comfortable.
Okay.
Wow.
But anyway, so I'm excited about that, and I got to use a lot of different tools, and I'm growing, and this is something I've been thinking about a lot. Like I almost feel like for dudes, okay, I'm just gonna say this, but don't take me too seriously. I almost feel like for dudes, it would be nice if there were like these sort of like heartbreak refuge, for dudes to go to. It's like so that like when you're dealing with a heartbreak, that the dude can go build a couch or craft or whatever it is instead of,
I love this idea.
in our culture is really dudes don't really sit around and talk about their deep feelings, or at least I'm dating myself, right? I got it. I'm Mr. Main Street America. I know I am, but dudes don't really share that much, and I really think like I don't know if it makes me a liberal or conservative, but I think like it would just be cool if we could put some resources into having a place for people to go, regardless of gender, for heartbreak, like to go and the heartbreak from whatever it is, the loss of somebody or the loss of a job or whatever, that there would be this place that they could go and without waiting to enroll, just show up some Tuesday night or Monday night and be able to sort of be sort of away,
Healing centers. This is
Healing
absolutely the next wave. And honestly, I completely agree with you. I couldn't agree more. The divine masculine is in desperate need of healing. And how does that happen? I mean, this is actually a really great hands-on idea, kind of nuts and bolts idea. Like how the divine masculine, men coming together. That's a radical idea.
Yeah.
And so thank you.
Well, okay. So anyway, but thank you guys for the encouragement. Let's get going. So
I have an announcement, actually.
Oh wait, yeah. Let's give Ann the floor here. Hold on a second. Let me pull you up. Is that good, or do you like?
Sure.
This one better?
I don't know.
Let's do this one.
Yeah,
This will be the TV. Okay.
Oh yeah, this is perfect because now, yeah. Hi everybody, and I'm so blessed to be here. This. I really look forward to these classes and jams and. I've been today is especially I'm loving moving. I'm so excited because I've been sitting still for days and days and days, probably going on 10, 11 days, working on this audiobook and finalizing the audiobook of The Tao of Hoop, the book, my recent memoir of which Bax is one of the main characters, and it's just been such an amazing process, but so much more grueling than I could have thought. But I will be this week making an announcement to this effect. I'm going to be uploading the audiobook, but it won't be available. They have these wait periods for like evaluating it and whatnot and making sure it's up to standard. So it won't actually be live for 10 days after I upload, but what I'm going to do in the meantime is collect everybody's email address and send you a discount code for the audiobook. So I'll be doing that. I'll be making that post this week so you can, interact with that post and sign up for my mailing list, and then I'll send you the discount code, and then you can get a discount on the audiobook. So I'm really excited to share that with y'all, and with Bax, he hasn't heard it yet. So even though I recorded it in the closet, in his closet back here, which was so perfectly fitting. But anyway, I'm excited to be here tonight, and thank you.
Well, you're welcome. Okay, so yeah, I love my life. I'm just
pretty
reading
damn
the comments
sweet
that people are writing. Okay. Actually, I'm learning to love my life.
Yes, amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
I think we're so sometimes haunted by what the 5-year-old thought the life we could have had was.
Sacrificing the dreams, the various dreams. But
oh, wow. Sarah says that there is something that we're talking about called
the
Robert
Bly. Oh my God, I love Robert Bly. Oh my God, he's a poet. Oh, we should read some Robert Bly. Tom, I'll share some with you, and then
All right. Well, let's get going on. Yeah. So tonight's class, I just want to have a fun, sort of simple class, and I said she wanted to come to class tonight, and then I said, well, do you have a suggestion or a request or anything like that? And she just said, well, you were doing tosses in the jam yesterday, and maybe we could explore that. So that's what we're going to do.
I thought it was really cool, these tosses.
Yeah, so we're going to work on this. It's going to be a little bit difficult tonight, I'll be honest with you. It's a little bit hard. But we're just going to have a little tech class, and hopefully Ann's participation will help me sort of find you guys. I've got a couple of different things that we might play in the background. When we have a tech class, it's not, the music's not quite as important as some of the flow classes. So, but I want to make this fun. I think you guys will have a good time. So, but let's go ahead and sway
Who
up.
knew about Robert? Oh, Sarah, that's so great. Oh, we're going to sway, right. I'm going to turn off my... Sarah
was being fun. Sarah, that's such a good joke. I feel like such an asshole now that I missed your joke because that's such a good joke. Oh, Sarah, I'm sorry. Look, that was such a good joke. Sometimes you catch me off guard. To be honest with you, I was like, wow, I mean, I know Lowe's is supposedly the progressive of the stores, but okay, let's get serious here. Audible breath in. Audible breath in. Audible breath in. Open, open, open. Audible breath in. I used to be so self-conscious that I had never heard myself breathe deeply. That at an advanced age, I had never given myself permission to breathe so deeply or so awarely or with so much conscious that I could hear it. Deep down in my psyche, I thought we weren't supposed to make noise when we breathed. And so even when I was given permission, it was hard for me to let go. Audible breath in. That's the choke of insecurity, right? That's the choke it puts on us. It can deny us full access to what we need. I needed to hear myself breathe. Audible. Okay. How was that sway for you, Anne?
Wow, this has been amazing. I'm still.
Still deep.
I've got to
in it.
complete this twist.
All
or
right,
I'll-
you're gonna stay in the twist.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe I should play a different song because it's
Woo!
about to play something that's not really like stay in a twist kind of place.
No. I just had to finish that one. Oh my god. No, that was a great sway song. I was going deep. Really
Okay.
been feeling loosened up. It's amazing. Thank you. Woo!
Let's see here. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch into our. Oops. Nope. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna switch into our little class tonight on tosses. So if you're taking this class, well, of course you're taking it. You're watching it. I would say the lighter hoop, the easier. I always work with one hoop. Like my hoop is the result of me finding the common denominator for most of the type of things that I like to do. That's just the size that I found. But some people treat hooping like golf and they've got like 18 different clubs in the bag, and that's totally cool too. So if you're new to tosses, I would do a small hoop for this. Okay. This is what I thought we would listen to while talk tosses tonight. We're going to do a little tech class tonight, and hopefully this will be fun for everybody. I'm hoping. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about tosses, and specifically Anne was talking about these tosses that I was doing. I'm going to turn off my mic because it might hit, but this is the sort of toss that I was doing that I think Anne was talking about.
Yep. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Woo. Oh yeah. I might have to use my bigger hoop for these actually.
So I don't know if Anne's mic is working, but
Is it?
hopefully you can. Yeah, it should. I think it is.
Okay.
Anne thinks maybe she's going to use a bigger hoop, so maybe I'm wrong about that.
Well,
but-
no, for those on-body passes, if we're going to start with that, no, I'm just thinking I'm going to try this
Okay.
first with my bigger hoop.
Okay, so let's start off with a little bit of rolling just to get.
Oh, my hand's cut off.
All right. I'm tripping on all these different things here. Okay. All right, so cool. Thank you, guys. Okay, so let's talk tosses. Sarah made a joke earlier about having low ceilings, or maybe it wasn't a joke, but about having low ceilings. And I had low ceilings, and I know I've told you guys this story before. I lived in a place that had a ceiling that was just barely taller than me, and I'm not a big dude. And it taught me how to do micro tosses. Jordan, thank you for coming. Dorothy, it's good to see you. And I really realized that, like, I had associated the toss with, like, traveling some great distance and height. When in reality, the toss was just really, it was an action, right? And the height didn't matter of it. And what I got really into is kind of what we're doing right now. And we used to call this juggling, which is kind of an insult to circus people because this is
No real jugglers would call
this
it
is
that,
so much
but-
easier than juggling. But this is what we used to call it, and this is when we would go into little micro tosses, one hand to the other hand. It's not hard, right? But you kind of commit to it. Anne is doing it right now. I feel like the music's loud enough. So these are the little micro tosses that we're doing right now. And if your arms are starting to feel stressed out from it or feeling like overused, bring more and more core into it. And so what we're trying to get to tonight is using the whole core, because when we go into one of these tosses that turns into like a core movement, what we want is our core to already be moving so that when we go into that core rhythm, it's there, right? Now, it's totally cool if my arms do get tired, of course. And then I can just like body roll it. One thing you can do with tosses, I hope I'm not moving too fast. I don't think I'm moving too fast. But one thing you can do with tosses is to change your position to the hoop with a toss, right? So like I'm on this side of the hoop, right? I'm going to toss it, move to this side of the hoop, right? Toss it again to this side of the hoop. This stuff is super simple, right? But it's complicated for your brain to figure it out at first, especially if you get the wrong current or you hit the wrong spot. So one way that we can play with this, and I'll give you a couple of minutes here. Think of your hoop as the spinning of your hoop is kind of like a waterfall that you're sort of stepping in and out of and in and through, right? So it's this falling current of water right now. Don't worry so much about which current you're in. And then so I'm sticking like one hand through this waterfall and into the other and into the other. And if I just keep my hand in it, that's an isolation. That's what we did last class. We're right now, Ann and me are both doing kind of strict, just rolling type tosses. We can add a little samurai to it or bring a weave into it to kind of also, like if our arms are starting to get, sore from all the tosses, right? So I could be, doing my tosses here and then into weave. Louisa! Sweet. I'm glad you're here. Oh, let's talk about that actually. Okay, so Rita, let's do a little... All right. I hope I don't get lost in my own flow here because I want to stay. Well, yeah, no, she's talking about, she just asked me, and I wanted to bring up this, I actually wanted to bring up this track that I've been playing that should really help me with this. Yeah, here we go. Okay, this is going to be crazy, y'all, but this is this drum and bass track that I've been digging. But it's going to help us get the core involved in these tosses. So let's reset a little bit because I love this exercise anyway. So I'm gonna put my feet like maybe wider than shoulder width apart, just mainly so that I can really feel how if I push, with one leg this way or one leg this way, like I can move my center of gravity, right? And so I want to be wide enough that I can do that, but I don't want to stress anything out right now. And then what I want to do, and gradually, is start to like perch my arm, like create this kind of like bird perch, like where the arm is basically staying still, right? And what's moving and what's creating the piace is all of my movement down here. And it's very much like when you tighten your abs on core hooping. Sometimes when you tighten your abs in core hooping, you can manipulate the hoop better. It's kind of like that with this. So I'm going to tighten my arm a little bit. Or not tighten it, just whatever. make it strong, perch-like. And so I'm getting almost all of my momentum right now coming from my legs. And I hope this is gonna help Rita. I wish I had 2 hoops. I've given all my hoops away. I don't have 2 hoops anymore. But for those of you that do have 2 hoops, especially if they're twins, you can put your arms out in a perch like I'm doing right now, like this. And then if you just start to bounce, both hoops will sync up almost automatically. And it will really also help you, teach you how to engage the core. Like I'm getting all this bounce on the hoop right now just from my, legs. Was that helpful? Oh, wait. I don't have you on. Sorry. Say that again.
For me, the bird perch image was very helpful because it was that still point in space, and that kind of dynamic quality of a bird. A bird is never truly still, but at the same time, they have an uncanny stillness about them, the ability to be still in space. And so that helped me, I don't know, I've been able to flow around it better. Like, I have trouble, I think, with being kind of super straight, and like having more trouble getting into my legs. But I've been opening my right hip a whole lot here lately.
All right, so I'm going to answer Heidi's question here. She says, how do you keep the hoop from winding up your arm towards your shoulder while in this perch position? There's a couple of things you can do. God, let's see. My bird's eye camera has been failing me lately. Let's see if this is going to work. Okay, all right. I guess I knocked it and set up here, but it's a little bit off. But, oh crap, I just forgot what I was talking about.
The bird.
Oh, yeah. How do I keep the hoop from walking? So what Heidi's asking about is, like, how do I keep the hoop from getting close to me like this, right? And so there's a couple of things you can do. One is you can bend the arm. And this is sort of like, some people have told me I can do this because I have weird arms or whatever, but you just put some bend in it. So instead of this kind of straight thing that I'm doing right here, there's bend in it. And that kind of applies to all the rolling stuff. There we go. That kind of applies to all of it, that you can put just a little bit of bend in it. And the other thing is that what's making the hoop walk towards you is your arm is probably slowly rising, right? In your motion. Your arm might be coming up, and that's going to wind it down like it's climbing down a hill or up a hill. If you think about the hoop rolling uphill or downhill, right, it really can help you keep the hoop wherever you want it to do, especially like in angle hooping. But and then these can be fun little drills to do. Oh wow. But these can be fun drills to do that will help you also sort of address this issue, which is to, like, you see right now the hoop is rolling across the back of my hand. It's rolling on my palm here. There I am. Okay. Now I could roll it to my wrist, right? So now it's on my wrist. I've been doing this a long time, so I'm not super sensitive to its pressure, but you might be, so you might bruise or something. That picture's hilarious. And then I can move it to my forearm. Every time I do this exercise, I think of Tara because, it's somebody that, like, she's, I don't know, she really enjoyed this exercise, like rolling it there.
Yeah, it feels really good.
Because all the different work she does in her movement. And then I'm going to switch arms. And so I can do the same thing again over here, right? So I'm rolling
That's actually
the
a great
hoop,
tip.
and it's on my hand, and this is where I can get kind of, whatever, anti-spinny about it. Then I'll move to my wrist. Now, I like the thing for me is that I like to do almost all of my tosses from the forearm. So developing a sense of control so that the hoop is not rolling towards your shoulder is like super important, right? But just keep your work out in front of you. And this doesn't sound like a woodworker, but just keep your wood out and keep your work out in front of you here with these. And then of course you can try a couple of these like sort of behind the backy type things. Oh no.
What happened?
It probably looks better on your phone
anyway.
anyway.
Oh my god, I just punched myself in the nose.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god. Woo! That was a shocker.
Okay. I think it was in the last class we talked about, like, if you have limited mobility, because of injury or because of the way your life is or whatever, lightweight rolling like we're doing right now, like with a lightweight hoop, could be the secret. Like you can do it almost anywhere, right? It is fun. Because it's rhythmic, it can totally turn into an obsession for you. And even though I'm using my legs a lot, this energy I'm really using is just coming all the way up for whatever route is available to me, right? So like if I'm sitting down, it's going to come up through that and still, going to show. Okay. All right. I feel like getting a little geeky. Are you cool with that? Are you cool with me getting geeky?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's talk a little bit more about these tosses. And one of the things that will really help you, we're going to get to the move that Ann wanted me to show you guys, or to talk about tonight. But one of the ways you get there is we're connecting our whole core rhythm like we're doing right now. And now we really need to connect the current. We need to connect to the current of what the hoop is doing, because that'll sort of help us sort of into it when we do want to jump in, like what the body has to do. So I'm going to show you a couple of different things here. So one, I've got my hand inside the current. I've got my hand inside the hoop right now, and I can try to do sort of what we call or what Beth gave us is called a mountain isolation, which is when my hand is just sort of holding the hoop and I'm going in a current with it. And we're not working on isolations tonight. It doesn't matter like how good or bad it looks right now. Oh, that's what's wrong.
But to clarify, you're not grasping the hoop.
You're not grasping the hoop, yeah.
But you're kind of trying to trace it on the inside.
Right. And so what I'm doing is whatever I'm doing, ISO or whatever it is, I'm just trying to get a sense of what the current is doing. And so when I go to engage the hoop with my hand, I'm thinking about its current. And I'll show you how this works out. For instance, if I want to go in and do a point type isolation, meaning I'm not gripping the hoop, I want to do an isolation, I can go in and point the hoop here, track it across because I know it's current, right? And then let it go, and it'll kind of like create this kind of cool isolation thing. So I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Ooh. So you're trying to speed up. Woo.
So this is the isolation I'm doing, right? And I can just go and get it just on the northern arc of this with either hand. Now, when I say just, I don't mean that this is easy. I mean, it might be easy for you. That's awesome. It took me a long time to get the hand coordination for this, but that's what, like I want to hoop every day as much as possible. So like it gives me stuff to work on. This is what we're talking about. So I'm making rotations in a current here. And then I can start to pull my hand off, and I'm rolling the hoop in point from here to here, and then getting it back and rolling it there, right? And, in this case, close does count, right? Like, I don't have to make it exactly right. It because I'm in flow, right? So I could just get it sort of right and then do something else like a body roll or whatever. All right. One other fun way to play with the current, and what we're doing right now is we're just trying to do exercises that's going to help you feel the current, like to know it, right? And so do it popping wheelies. I forget, it was walk the dog or whatever it's called. That's a great example of this also, right? So I can go from my tosses and, you know, walk the dog like we did. If you haven't seen this, we did a whole class on this that was pretty successful, I thought. But that's a walk the dog. I don't know. I always called it popping wheelies, so in my head that's just always what it's been.
70s.
But what this is doing is, because of the floor, it's helping my body and mind and all that come together and realize, like, okay, this is the current. And so it just knows it. So when I go to engage the hoop, if I'm going off at some festival or whatever, my hands will know it before I do. Yeah, totally. I agree, Jennifer. So this is me. I'll show you guys just so while you're practicing, I'll just show you what I'm talking about. So I just pop the wheelie, right? I'll bring it up, and then this is me just doing sort of that sort of isolation-y move we were talking about. And then I can go into a toss, pop into the wheelie, pull it up, do that same move again. And this is super techy, guys. I get it. Like, if this isn't your favorite class, I understand. But I'm going from here to here. I'm getting the northern arc and whipping it out. And only if you're not frustrated, I would recommend trying the other current. If you're frustrated right now, forget it. But trying the other current, you'll be surprised that, like, the second current in tosses for me was as significant as my second current on the core.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet, Jackie. Thank you. I'm glad it clicked. Okay, we're almost out of time. Shucks. Okay. All right, well, let's talk a little bit. I want to do the core move, but let's talk one more second while we're here. Let's try some hand walking out of this because... Sweet. Let's try some hand walking out of this because you'll be surprised. So basically, tosses can become this kind of... they can become this kind of connective tissue through everything, right?
I like it.
And so what you can start to do is think, we're on the inside wall of the hoop right now, the inside wall, right? Well, what if we explore the outside wall of the hoop? We understand the current that the hoop is traveling now. Our body gets it. So now, like, we can switch to the outside and just sort of act like the road that the wheel is meeting, right? So if I wanted to do like hand walking or something, I could roll it out, hand walk, hand walk, hand walk, and then get back into this groove. Bring it up, hand walk, hand walk, hand walk, hand walk, hand walk, right? Or, right, like if I'm into these tosses, I could just bring it up and push into a balance. I can roll into a body roll from this. So, you know, I'll give you a couple of minutes with the music without me talking. But what we're trying to work on tonight is just knowing the rhythm, right? This is called a swing break, and this is me flipping to the other What's that?
Mini roll. I've been enjoying doing this kind of toss, roll, toss, roll, toss, roll, toss, roll, toss, roll, toss, roll, toss. Not getting, yeah, but almost a balance, or kind of trying to turn it into a balance. And tracing the outer wall. Yeah, it feels really cool.
All right.
We used to do that in class, and then come into a balance.
I can push up into a balance. I can swing out to like a hand. I don't know if you guys know like the punching bag, the speed bag thing, but you can kind of do that if you have enough speed on the hoop. I haven't done it in a while, obviously, but I don't know if you see what I'm doing, but you're just sort of popping it, keeping it in rotation. I know some of you have to bail always at 8 o'clock, so I want to make sure I get this in order to get to Anne's message or her request. Yeah. And I know that we've taken the most circuitous route to get there, but I really think that all of these things need to be activated before you try to do what we're talking about. So first, actually, let's just shoulder hoop for a second here.
Switch off this
and let's warm up a little bit. I know this is a massive change of pace, but the success of these movements really happens because when you're catching the hoop with your body, you're moving into that ritmo as fast as you can. You know, so you're sort of hitting the. Imagine if a plane could land and the runway could work with the plane to help it safely land. You're the runway. You're sort of helping this sort of hoop land, right, and moving to it. And so being aware, so I'm going to go ahead and bring the hoop up to my shoulders. I'm going to let my feet move because this isn't really something that I normally do rooted anyway. But however you warm up. I love this mix.
You know what it is.
And then because we're going to be moving in an angle current, we're going to go ahead and move into shoulder angles. So if you can't do shoulder angles, just watch. You can sit this one out. You know, it's not a big deal. You'll catch up, or if you ever want to. But you're not left behind, but, you know. So I'm at the shoulders, and what I'm going to start doing is sort of moving an earth angle, and then I'm going to go ahead and rotate up into sky angle. And what I really want to open up for this movement is my barrel rolling more than anything. That's why we've been waking up to the current. So more than anything, I want to just be in the current of the hoop, right? So it won't really matter. And what I mean by that is that instead of like locking myself in earth or locking myself in sky, I'm just going to kind of barrel roll. Now we're gonna, hopefully I'm not gonna lose my train of thought here, but there's a couple of things you can do to make this a little bit easier, right?
You know what it is.
Yeah, I will link things. I can't do it right now, but Oh, sweet. Oh, shucks. I just forgot what, oh yeah, I almost forgot my train of thought. So we're here, right? And see how normally we want we want our waterfall to be going straight up and down, right? The waterfall that we're reaching through. But because I'm going to be moving onto an angle, I can put a little bit of an angle on the hoop for the toss. The folks at home won't see that, but do you see how the hoop is sort of angling towards me now? As opposed to, this is me trying to, that's more straight up and down, right? Or even going further out the other way. But I can sort of bring the hoop into me right now. And I'm using my forearm, but you could do this from the wrist or whatever. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw the hoop up. I'm going to bring my arms up in this kind of defensive position just to make sure I don't get whacked. And then we'll see what happens, okay? So I'm here. I'm going to have to, I know which way the current's going, right? Right now, the current, when I drop in, the current will be traveling to my left, and I'm here. So I'm going to throw it up. Well, wait a minute, I didn't get a throw. So I used a paddle, and that's the thing, is to try and use whatever means you have necessary to make this happen. That wasn't my cleanest. There we go.
Oh, I love this one.
Yeah, this is a mix.
Gotcha. Ah.
One, two, okay. So there is a sort of in-between move where you'll just embrace going in with 2 points, and it kind of takes a lot of the scary out. And you'll just go into the toss with 2 points and use that pressure to keep the hoop away from you, and then push as the hoop starts to make contact all night. You'll give it a push.
I'm having a breakthrough, Bill.
You are?
Well, because I'm realizing I'm like changing the place that I'm dropping in. It's like I was dropping in only as I was turning into earth, but then I just tried like to drop in as I was going up into sky, and it gave me, it really opened things. I don't know. It felt really amazing. So I'm gonna try.
Oh,
As
you know,
I'm
you just reminded me that you guys can do an old school move in the vertical, and it also helps with getting in and out of it, which is to do an old school vortex, but in an angle. I'll show you.
Oh yeah. And we used to do them like this too, or try. Ooh. Remember trying to do?
Oh yeah. It's got the sky angle.
Yeah. Those are woo! Yeah. Oh yeah. Ooh, yeah. That feels really
that can be
good.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like usually I would be doing this in earth, but because I'm using my bigger hoop, I'm able to do stuff in sky, and it feels really new and really good. Because normally, I mean, unless I'm doing extended core hooping, I use my little hoops. But with this, I just wanted to have that extra room, and I'm really liking it. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if this is.
And this is pretty old, right?
This
Wouldn't you
moment
say?
where I feel like I'm probably losing the class play.
Wouldn't you say that this is like one of the oldest hoop moves? Like
This
for
was
you?
this was one of my first. hoop
Yeah,
moves.
because you
or not
had it
mine,
first.
like I invented it, but
yeah.
it was definitely. But this is what I was talking about going in with 2 points. Just want to make sure I'm super clear on this. So I'm gonna toss the hoop, and then I'm gonna step in 2 point. And that's gonna kind of protect me, and then I can use that to.
Don't be cautious.
So I'm here, so I'm gonna throw
Don't be
it.
kind.
See how I
Yeah.
went 2 point, and then when I come down, once I make that contact, then I can push into the ground, and then I get angle hooping going. So let me show you what I'm talking about.
Yeah, putting both hands in helped me a lot.
Yeah, so I'm tossing it in. I'm gonna make contact, because we've been practicing wrist. I usually go in on my wrist there. Yeah, sweet, Heidi. That's awesome. So here, I'm going to toss it up, 2 point it, boom, give it a little push. Folks at home don't know what just happened. And then as I start to get more and more comfortable with it, then I can just sort of go in without any protection, because you'll be surprised. Definitely skin helps with hooping, helps with these kind of movements. So like if you this is more like tank top stuff.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, there's definitely like a lag between the toss and then keep kind of losing it after the toss.
I'm definitely not getting them as cleanly as I did yesterday. That's bad. Yesterday it was money. This is me, just to show the folks at home. This is me. This is us if we want to try this in second current, so it'd be a lot harder, right? Let's toss it up. Oh. Okay, that wasn't my best. There.
Oh, great.
Actually, Luis, I like upper fun. This is upper fun. This is definitely upper fun, I think.
Super fun.
So let me show you one more thing that you can kind of help to also feel this. A long time ago, I think it was one of my unplanned classes, I taught this move called what they used to call the Baxter, like in our little super small hoop world. But you can do that with this angle hooping, and it's a cool move. It's a cool thing to drill. Oh, sorry. It's a cool move and it's a cool thing to drill, but it can also help you get over your fear of jumping into the hoop while it's moving. And so this is the move. I come in and I let the hoop roll around me, goes over my back, and then goes into the other hand. Let's see if I can show you. Let's see if this works. Yeah, okay. So I'm rolling the hoop, and I'm going to dip into it and then come out. Show you the bird's eye, too. So I'm going to drop in. Out. Drop in. Now I'm going to let's see. Yeah, I'd be going to the left right here. I'm using my left hand. Right? So I'm going on that. Believe it or not, in 2007, that was actually, that move could get you gigs. I'm going down. I'll show you guys. I'll give you the legit angle now.
Really much harder than second current.
Yeah, yeah. Here.
But it's also really good for my lower back and hips, like stretching, like that, stepping into that.
Yeah.
Ooh. Woo.
You know what really helps? This might be too much information, but the more spin you put on the hoop, obviously, the faster you can get that rotation going. When it does hit the core, it's going to want to roll, right? So it'll work. Nice. Oh no, Jennifer! Holy shit! No, we need you.
Oh no!
Sit this one out. Sit this one out.
Shit.
We need you. You're too valuable to the team. Yeah.
Flip the script. Had a big bone to pick. Got the short end of the sticks. So we made it forward there. Let it burn to a crisp. That's a short fire flip.
Yeah, this is hard.
All right. I thought. Oh wow, we're really running late on time. Let me show you this one sort of ninja move. You can. I'll just show this super quick because it's pretty ninja. It might be hard to do with all the clothing that like Anne has around her sleeves and stuff, but you can, from a toss, you can go in and grip the hoop and you can hit it in this like twisty way that it will flip up into 2-point, right? I'll show you what I'm talking about. But so I'm throwing the hoop up. Now what I'm doing is as I'm throwing it, right, the hand that's going to be the holding hand is going to be on the bottom, and I'm going to cross, yep, just like Ann just did. I'm going to cross that so that the hoop is going to spin, right? So I'm here, boom, okay? And then I'm going to get gooey with it. You know that hoop path term? So I'm going to get gooey with it, which means that I'm not going to let the hoop go, right? So I'm going to maintain this kind of gooey point technique so I can lock it into that position. So it's like this. And whatever way I want to twist it, or whichever arm, I'll just reverse it, right? So let's say I want to do the same thing in my left arm, boom, right? Boom, right arm. And just to give you, I know some of you like do well with verbal stuff. It seems as though the whatever is going to be the top arm is the lower arm that's crossing the hoop, if that helps at all. So I'm here, boom, yep. So I'm here. If I'm going to put it in my right arm, it'll be my right hand that's the beneath one that's going boom, and it becomes the top. Uh-oh. Oh, my left one, I'm kind of shocked here. It turned my back for a second. Left hand kind of sucked.
I think you should, well.
All right. I love that flip.
My suggestion was going to be next time, do this one more. Because that is super awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're on live. You want to do it more?
No. I'm saying like,
All right, well, let me
I
bring the
think
music
it's-
back.
yeah.
Okay, guys. I know we've had a super techie class tonight. Thank you guys for joining us.
Are we free hooping?
Yeah, I think we're going to move into a free hoop. Okay. All right. Interesting. I know this class was a little dense, guys. We'll bring a My Day in class back. Oh, Thursday, before everybody skips out of here, Thursday, we're going to do a Zoom class. I don't know how that's going to work. I think instead of going to YouTube and Facebook, it'll just be the Zoom link so you guys can see me and I can see you and I can hear you and do all that sort of thing. I've got to practice it and figure it all out, but I will check my Facebook or my YouTube or whatever, and I'll put the link in the Zoom, or we'll figure out some way to make this happen. I'm a little nervous about how this is all going to come together, but we're going to do it Thursday. We're going to have a live, interactive class where I'll be able to hear and talk to you, hopefully, and we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so going back to that, it like if you have requests for that type of class, I've never done a Zoom class, so I don't really know what I'm doing. So if you have like a request, if you've done them before and you know, well, let's just see how it goes, Heidi. If it works, it's okay, then maybe we'll make Thursday night the Zoom night. I don't know, but let's see how it goes first. But the only thing about Zoom is you're completely undiscoverable, right? And so that's the only thing I'm a little nervous about. Okay, so I think I've got a little bit better plan. So I just thought this out. So let me address this in a different way. What we'll do is I will have two feeds going that night. The main Zoom feed, which should be the crystal clear one, and then the YouTube one. And so what will happen is I'll start streaming to the YouTube one. It will probably look kind of weird and like blocky and like broken up and all of that, but there'll be a link there where you can get into the Zoom. Like, so if you catch it late, so where you would normally catch the class, I'll try to put up a video that might look bad, but will show you the Zoom link so that you can copy it and paste it in, okay? And it will have comments so that you should be able to click that. So yeah. Yeah, you can post them to afterwards. That's kind of like what I do with the high definition hiding. Yeah. Okay, we'll bring the music back. Thank you guys. Yeah, Sarah, addressing your comment, yeah, I'm definitely not giving up the live stream. I like Zoom is going to be just sort of a novel idea we're going to try.
You don't like me, but you want my grant. How you look, how you seeing hoe? I'm a boss, I'm a brat, how to handle. I'm a real life mood, a real life view, got some pretty ass toes in my stand up. I can't help I was born like this. Ain't my fault that you want my drip. Little bit of bitch could've been my friend. Now you gotta listen while I pop my shit. I'm coming in fast. First place, you coming in last. I'm hitting that gas. I'm hitting that ass. I'm coming in fast. First place, you coming in last. I'm hitting that gas. I'm hitting that love. Got my shit. We causing a commotion. I put it in motion.
Thank you, Lucy, for joining us. We appreciate it. Right? Oh my God. You're welcome, Heidi. Thank you. Make it happen, Rachel. Make it happen. So you're saying there's a chance. Nice. If you like this mix, it's on SoundCloud. I'll put the link up right now. Okay, so that is the link to the drum and bassy R&B type stuff I was playing, and then this will be a link apologize so love. Okay.
What you have, what you love. Oh, thunder only happens when it's rain. Players only love you when they're playing. Say with, come and play with the door. When the rain washes you clean, you know.
You're welcome, Jackie. Thank you. I know we're way over time. Wow, I just realized how over time we are. We're way over time. All right, Chop. Yeah, I think you should say goodnight. I think we're, yeah. I think
Hopefully I
everybody's
wouldn't
gone
be-
already. I didn't realize it was quite this late.
This was so much fun. Oh my God. This was just an absolute blast. Oh, here's this camera. Now I finally understand where it is.
Yeah.
This was so much fun. I love these classes and events. So yeah, listen out this week. I'll be making these announcements. Hopefully we'll connect down the road. Love to see you guys here and then, you know, maybe in person one of these days. And I love y'all. And I love you bags. Thanks.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much. Have a great night. Go charge that phone, Louisa.
What up?